Maxwell's equations we are going to discuss here. The Maxwell's equations, there are four. They are derived from basic laws of electricity and magnetism. The first law of electricity is Gauss law for electricity, Gauss law for magnetism, Faraday's law and Ampere's law. By using these four equations, now we are going to discuss about the Maxwell's equations. Right? First I start with the equation number 1, which is derived from Gauss law for electricity, the Gauss law for electricity is surface integral of E dot ds, which equals to Q by epsilon naught, where Q is a charge. I calculate here charge density rho is Q by V. Let us calculate a small volume. In the small volume, dV volume, dq is a charge you are going to present. If I want to calculate total charge present in a volume V, then I have to integrate the equation rho into dV becomes Q. Let us substitute this value in this equation number 1, which is Gauss law for electricity. Then equation number 1 becomes surface integral of E dot ds equals to 1 by epsilon naught times of volume integral of rho into dV. I have left hand side surface integral and right hand side volume integral. Let us convert this left hand side equation by using Gauss divergence principle, by using Gauss divergence theorem. Probably you might have studied this part in the vector calculus, which is integral surface integral A dot ds can be written as a volume integral of del dot A into dV. Same equation I am going to use and replace this E dot ds by del dot E into dV. Then equation will become volume integral of del dot E into dV equals to 1 by epsilon naught times of volume integral of rho into dV. By comparing the left hand and right hand LHS and RHS, I have del dot E equals to rho by epsilon naught. This is a Maxwell's first equation. I repeat, in order to derive the Maxwell's equations, I use Gauss law for electricity first equation, which is integral E dot ds equals to Q by epsilon naught, where Q is the total charge, right? To calculate the charge density, rho equals to dq by dV, right? And dV is a small portion where I have a charge of dq. In order to calculate total charge occupied in a volume V, what I have to do is I have to integrate this equation, then I get Q equals to integral of rho into dV. Substitute this value in the equation number 1, and then equation 1 becomes the surface integral of E dot ds equals to 1 by epsilon naught times of rho into dV. And LHS I have a surface integral, RHS I have a volume integral. In order to transform this surface integral to volume integral, I have to use the Gauss divergence theorem, which is integral surface integral A dot ds equals to volume integral of del dot A into dV. By substituting this equation, I have del dot E into dV equals to 1 by epsilon naught times of rho into dV. And by comparing LHS and RHS, I have a value of del dot E equals to rho by epsilon naught. This equation is a Maxwell's first equation in differential form. Right? Now, let us discuss about the second equation using the second equation, Gauss law for magnetism. Using that equation, we are going to show that del dot B equals to 0. Second equation is derived from Gauss law for magnetism, which is surface integral of B dot ds equals to 0. The total flux which is entering into a region is equals to the total flux leaving from the region. So that means net value becomes 0. Same transformation I am going to do here, which is I have a surface integral. I am going to convert this into the volume integral by taking Gauss divergence theorem. By applying Gauss divergence theorem, on LHS, which is integral A dot ds is nothing but volume integral of del dot A into dV. I replace A by B, that means magnetic field, then I am going to get del dot B into dV equals to 0. Del dot B equals to 0. This is a Maxwell's second equation. The Maxwell's second equation is derived from the Gauss law for a magnetism, which is surface integral of B dot ds equals to 0. Here what will happen? The total flux which is entering is equals to the total flux leaving from the region. So total net flux will become 0. By applying Gauss divergence theorem on LHS part, I am going to get del dot B into dV equals to 0. From this I am going to have del dot B equals to 0, which is the Maxwell's second equation in terms of the differential form. Now we are going to discuss about the Faraday's law. Using the Faraday's law, we are going to derive Maxwell's third equation. Using the Faraday's law, we are going to derive Maxwell's third equation.